I don't know anything about starting up a neighborhood association because I've never done it. But I do know that it takes cooperation, not only from your fellow neighbors, but city planning like Larry Kirsch, Pat Hogan from the police department, Parks and Recreation, etc., etc. The media can be your friend. And speaking for my neighborhood association, we need all the friends we can get. If anybody has any questions about how our neighborhood association works, I'd be happy to answer any questions. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I wish my neighborhood was like this neighborhood, and I'm hoping someday it will be. Anybody have any questions for me? Thank you. Yes?
How often do you meet and where do you meet?
We meet every month in the Southside Neighborhood Center. We have usually at least 2 council members. We have a representative from the planning department. Quite often have the police. We have guests frequently. I would suggest that you have guests, either from the city or from businesses or whatever. I think it's a good idea to get however many businesses you can involved in the neighborhood association. That's something we struggle with. We don't have a lot of businesses to start with. So, anything else?
I will announce right now that the next meeting that we will have to work to establish probably a core group, I think we would have a hard time with all of us making a neighborhood association. But we're going to meet at Javavino at 7 p.m. on August the 5th. So if you would remember, please, that you could sign up with your name and your address and your email or your phone number. We'll let you know. Because I think it will be important for us to continue this momentum that we've got going here in order to move forward with a real neighborhood, with a neighborhood association. Don't forget about water, stay cool. And now I want to turn it over to Marilyn and Beth too. Okay, great.
Thanks, Sarah. We're actually going to change things up a little bit. We are a group of about 4 to 8 people who have met at various times at Bean Juice to talk about forming a neighborhood association and to talk about this very evening. And never in our wildest dreams did we imagine that we'd have this many people show up. So thank you for coming out tonight when it's so hot and it will be so much more convenient to be at home with your air conditioning. So what we had planned was a World Cafe model where folks would sit at the tables and have a chance to meet their neighbors one-on-one and talk a little bit about 2 focus questions. We realized looking at this crowd that that's never going to happen because it's just a little too large. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have the group that's been meeting, I'm going to have them introduce themselves as resource people. We're going to put our focus questions on the table. What I invite you to do is come up, talk with people about the focus questions, which I'll explain in a few moments. Come up with some answers, write your ideas down. This is your chance to put in a kind of an initial word about what you want your neighborhood to look like, what you're proud of about your neighborhood, and to just start that process of conversation. Certainly this is not the end, but it's just meant to get us talking and to get us maybe talking to neighbors that we haven't met yet. So if I could have the group that's been meeting come up and just say their names and just be recognized as people ask if you have a question for the next 20-minute process.
My name is Kathy. I live on Ferry Street.
I'm Carla Pena. I live at 22nd and Jackson.
I'm Beth Piggish. I'm at 2120 Ferry Street.
We're Bob and Dee McDonald. We live on 2101 Mississippi Street.
And Christy's back there hiding, looking innocent.
I'm Christy Eve, and I'm over at 21st Street, between Market and Madison and Ferry.
So our 2 questions that we'd like you to think about and jot down maybe some pictures or some words or full-blown ideas on the little newsprint that you see on tables around here. The 2 questions are first around the theme of what is it that you love about your neighborhood? So what makes you really proud of living here? And the second question then is, do you have concerns or things that you'd like to see happen in your neighborhood? And really behind that theme is kind of a, what would you like your neighborhood association to come together to do if we're able to form one? So again, 2 themes, what do you love and what would you like your neighborhood association to do for you? So please, over the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, mingle around, meet some new people, talk about those questions, and jot down some notes if you have things that come to you.
And then we
Thank
will
you.
have an opportunity to discuss after, correct?
Yes.